What's up, y'all? Winnie here, and welcome back to SP Foundation Wiki. Today we're going to be reading Mutilated Animal House, which, no matter what this ends up being, I cannot imagine it ending well. It could be exactly what it sounds like. It could be a weird version of the movie Animal House. Who knows? Let's find out. It says it's safe. Site 178 has been built around SCP-1482, with the cover story that the site is a retirement home for elderly individuals affected by dementia. Okay, off to a weird start. A chain link fence around the perimeter with CCTV monitoring is to be maintained. Any unauthorized individuals attempting to access Site 178 are to be detained, interviewed, and, if they present no clear threat, released after being provided with a Class C amnestic. Alright. SCP-1482 was a structure resembling a residential building located somewhere in Shetland, Scotland. It appears to be composed entirely of several hundred objects not typically used in construction, collectively referred to as one, attached together with string, rope, glue, and conventional staples. These objects include metallic objects such as knives, forks, and sheet metal, wooden furniture, living, healthy, and in some cases partially vivisected specimens of domestic cattle, Atlantic salmon, giraffes, killer whale, as well as various members of the order frog and anglerfish. The living components of 1482 have been determined to constitute under 10% of its parts, the rest consisting of non-living and artificial objects. These living specimens do not appear to require sustenance or excrete waste. At 3 known locations of 1482, organs resembling human vocal cords are attached directly to an animal instance of 1 with staples. These vocal cords are identified as 2. Periodically, 2 will produce intelligible vocalizations in heavily slurred Scots English. The specific content of these vocalizations varies, but will typically involve one of the following. Complaints of being unable to see or hear, often with the mention that 1482 can feel and smell in detail. Complaints of the interior feeling cold, or in some cases, Baltic. Requests that a non-specific listener enter 1482 to warm it up and provide company. Attempts to convince individuals who have entered to stay indefinitely, making extended contact with the organic parts to confirm their presence and protect the structure. Request that individuals exiting cease doing so. Exclamations of this nature tend to be shouted or yelled with increasing urgency. Screaming, distorted sounds of distress, and assertions that if an individual who has recently exited does not re-enter, the bad men or madmen are gonna come and have an empty. A term in Scots slang referring to youths hosting a party in their place of residence while their parents, carers, or guardians are absent. SCP-1482 was recovered from the custody of Group of Interest 3BA Alpha C, the Chaos Insurgency, following the group's evident attempts to manipulate 1482's anomalous properties to enable longevity and non-reliance on nutrition in humans. The organization had largely abandoned projects involving 1482 by the time the Foundation became involved. Analysis of files recovered from the Chaos Insurgency have revealed limited information regarding 1482. From these documents and the testimony of witnesses, it has been determined that it was the former residence of somebody, noted zoology enthusiast, and that the vocal apparatus of the residence at one point functioned to provide information on various animal species. Ms. Person has yet to be located. Further investigation has revealed that prior to the containment of the Chaos Insurgency, the structure consisted exclusively of animal parts. So it was literally a mutilated animal house. It was a house made of mutilated animals, and the mutilated animals were just kind of vibing with it, I guess. But then they stapled this man's vocal cords to it for some reason. I'm not sure why they thought that was going to help with longevity, but they're not called the Chaos Insurgency because they're regular, well-adjusted folks. That was a much shorter one than I would have thought something called the Mutilated Animal House would be, but I guess that's going to do it for this entry. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't, don't. If you want notifications, bell. And I will see y'all in the next one. Later.